And as the back and forth on the budget continues, another effect of the shutdown would be the stop of small business loans and government guaranteed mortgage processing. And for more on that, I'm joined by Dani Babb, a real estate analyst and founder of the Babb Group. Thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
So talk to us a little bit about the impact that a government shutdown would have on these loans. I've heard between 20 and 30% of new home loans could be affected.
Yeah, well, if we look historically at 1995 and 1996, when something similar happened, non-essential workers at the federal level, about 35% of mortgage contracts were pulled, mostly because people were concerned about their own job if they were employed by the government, and they were a little shaky in terms of whether they would get their escrow money back, which actually escrow companies are private companies, but sometimes the panic spreads a little bit. What we do know is that FHA right now is actually backing less loans than they were one year ago today. We also know that the biggest impact of FHA is actually on first-time home buyers, where they're backing the most number of loans. The FHA doesn't make loans, but they do back those initiated by private lenders, and they help people who don't have a full 20% down or people that don't qualify for private mortgage insurance.
Now, the president has said that this could have a devastating effect, a stop in the government, and we're looking at existing home sales that fell in the month of March after 3 months of gains. Give me some perspective, your knowledge of the home industry, of the impact that a government shutdown could have.
Well, we know that right now about 28% of homeowners are trying to get loans that are FHA backed. So potentially it could impact 28% of mortgage applications. We also know that applications right now are actually down from December until February of this year.
Yeah.
And so that's been an issue. So we have to be able to compare the trends here. But we do know that 33% of all existing inventory today is actually being paid for with cash, which is a historical high. So it will affect less than it would have a couple of years ago, but it still has a very significant impact on the market overall, both in consumer sentiment, because it impacts all areas of how we feel confident to spend.
Okay. Danielle, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have just learned that Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid and House Speaker John Boehner have just walked out from this meeting with the